Ibn al-Qayyim, rahimahullah, he mentioned some benefits. Ibn al-Qayyim, and I want you to all write this. Ibn al-Qayyim mentioned benefits that you will get from lowering your gaze. And today, take these benefits, write it down, each and every one of you, and remember it as long as you live. And you will see the benefits of lowering your gaze, what it will do to your life. You will live a better life. You will enjoy yourself. You will reach levels that you thought you could never have reached. I promise you that.
يا منزل الآيات والفرقان بيني وبينك حرمة القرآن.
The first benefit that you get from lowering your gaze is what? You cleanse your heart from what? From excessive regret. Ibn al-Qayyim, he said, فَمَنْ أَطْلَقَ نَظَرَهُ, anyone who opens his eyesight to everything and is looking at everything, دَامَتْ حَسَرَتُهُ, your regret will forever be. You're always a regretful person. And Ibn al-Qayyim, look what he said. He said, there is nothing more harmful for the heart. Allah. There is nothing more harmful for the heart. What? إِرْسَالُ الْبصر, opening your eyesight. A person who just looks at everything. Look at that. That individual harms his heart only in ways Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. Adab is what you put your heart through. So clean your heart. This is the first benefit you get from it. If you lower your gaze, you protect your heart. تلخيص القلب من ألم الحسرة. You protect your heart from the pain of regret and sadness. You open your eyesight, you keep looking at everything, دامت حسرته, you're a regretful person. Number two, the second benefit that you get if you lower your gaze is what? You're going to bring back the spark, that light that your heart wants, needs, and could have had. أنه يورث القلب نورا, Ibn al-Qayyim says. Your heart will receive light, وإشراق, and illuminates. And that light, guess what happens, brothers and sisters? It starts to show on your face. It starts to show in your eyes. When people see you, they see that nur in you. Your jawarih, your limbs start to illuminate. The darkness that enters. Ibn al-Qayyim, he said the opposite is true. كما أن إطلاق البصر, opening your eyesight and looking at every haram and everything, يورثه, it will inherit you darkness of the heart, which will then show on your limbs. That's what Allah says. Wallahi, look at the Quran. The Quran is very profound. Look at the ayah I recited to you before. What surah is it in? قُلْ لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ يَغُضُّوا مِنْ أَبْصَارِهِمْ. What surah is it in? Surah An-Nur. 5 verses later, do you know what comes? The verse, Allahu nuru as-samawati wal-ard. After Allah told you, lower your gaze, men and women. 5 verses later, the ayah, Allahu nuru as-samawati wal-ard, comes down, or is in there. So Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala mentions ayatun nur, the verse of light, after telling you to lower your gaze. There's a reason why. When you lower your gaze, the nur, nurun ala nur, you will be light upon light. Light upon light is when a believer is not looking at a woman, yani lowering his gaze, and the man is not, nor is a woman. Number 3, the third benefit that you get from it. The person who lowers his gaze, أنه يورث صحة الفراسة. That person's going to have firasa. You know what firasa is, brothers and sisters? Firasa means he's going to have a strong psychological ability to identify. He's going to be able to see something and someone and a situation and say, you know what, this situation looks wrong. Firasa. He's got this innate ability to identify problems, issues, individuals. Like he will look at a person and say, I don't think I should invest money with this person. Firasa. You know where that comes from? It comes from a person whose heart is clean. Lowered his gaze. Ibn al-Qayyim is saying this. Because the nur in your heart is allowing you to see things for what they are. You haven't destroyed the taste buds of the heart. The heart has a taste bud. So you see things for what they are. Number 4. Lowering your gaze opens the door of knowledge. Yes, you've been saying for years, I want to seek knowledge, I want to learn, I want to memorize the Quran, I want to do this book, I want to do that book. You know what's stopping you from doing all of that? Do you know why you're unable to do that? Do you know why you haven't memorized this and you haven't studied this and you couldn't read this book and you couldn't keep up with any of the classes? It's because lowering your gaze. You didn't do that. You were looking at everything. Lowering your gaze, Ibn al-Qayyim says, يَفْتَحُ لَهُ طُرُقَ الْعِلْمِ. It opens the doors of knowledge for you. Not only does it open it for you, it makes it easy for you. Why? Because your heart is white and clean. And it's light, illuminating. And so the knowledge just pours into it. It goes into it. Like in the one who tainted his heart, darkened it, blackened it with sins and looking at this and looking at that, knowledge can't enter that heart. So it goes, the door's blocked. Number 5. Bravery. The person who lowers his gaze has quwwatul qalbi wa thabatuh. His heart is firm, strong, and he is bravery. He لا يخاف في الله لومة لائم. He's not scared of the blame of the blameless. He's scared of no one, only Allah. Strong heart, my brothers and sisters, is really, really needed. And anyone who has a strong heart, my brothers and sisters, depression, anxiety, sadness doesn't come to them. Strong identity, strength by lowering your gaze. If you open your eyesight and you look at everything, you weaken your heart. You become very fragile. You become very weak as a person. Al-Fa'idatu Sadisa. The 6th benefit of lowering your gaze brings about what? It brings about happiness. If you lower your gaze, you turn out to be a very happy person. يورث القلب سرورا وفرح. It brings the heart happiness, joy, excitement, لذة. You get that? So you're just laughing, smiling, enjoying yourself. Why? Because you lower your gaze. People who are looking at everything live in ham and gham. They live in depression, anxiety, sadness one after the other, suicidal thoughts. Why? They're looking at everything. Al-Fa'idatu Sabi'a. The 7th benefit. Lowering your gaze, and I want you to listen to the 7th one. What does it do? It protects your heart from the shackles of desires. The person who keeps looking at everybody and everything is a captive. Yes, there are shackles on him. Huwa asirun. He's a slave, he's a captive. For what? His desires. And when you become captive for your desires, what happens? Your heart suffers to keep up with it. Because shahwa and hawa, desires, has no ending. That's why you find a person who's addicted to something crying, I wish I can change my life. What has happened to me? He's a captive. Can't control. It's gone, khalas. Number 8, lowering your gaze, the benefit that it has is what? If you lower your gaze, it protects you from entering into Jahannam. Na'am. Looking leads you to go towards Jahannam. How many times are you going to think about doing haram? How many haram things are you going to do that led you to do this? غض البصر, lower your gaze. By the way, a lot of you guys are only thinking about, when I talk about lowering your gaze, about a woman. And that's what the brothers are thinking. And the sisters are thinking about brothers lowering gaze from the brothers. But I'm talking about many more other things. There are people who look at other people's houses and their homes and says, wow, that is big. Wow, I need to have something like that. And guess what they do? They say, I need to bring money by all means necessary to get that type of house. I have to, because we're scrolling through social media. And he sees all these looking, and leading to him, haram money, just bring it, I don't care. I have to be like them. وهكذا. Where did this all come from? Not lowering your gaze. غض البصر, my brothers and sisters, don't restrict it to just sexual. That is definitely in there, but it's far more than that as well. Lower your gaze from a lot of things. And look down, and don't look at these things. Don't get distracted with all these things. Ibn al-Qayyim, this is the one he mentioned. I really want you to listen. The 9th benefit of lowering your gaze is that it strengthens your intellect. Your mind sharpens it when you lower your gaze. When you look at these things and you keep looking at them all day, what does that do? It clogs your brain. The desires, it clogs your brain. You're not able to think straight. You looked at this woman, you're looking at this woman, you're looking at this house, you're looking at that, you're looking at this on social media, all of that. Your aql becomes very weak. You become someone who's shahwani, desire driven. Bes, shahwa. No aql, you can't think straight. Things that human beings don't do, you want to do those things. Why? Because your aql is gone. Shahwa. You looked at everything. It started like that. خفة العقل وطيش وعدم ملاحظة العواقب. Not even looking at the ending of things. أبدا. You see that person is acting like an animal. إنهم إلا كالأنعام بل هم أضل سبيلا. Even more misguided than them. They do things that even animals wouldn't do. Why? Because of not lowering your gaze. Lower your gaze. These are the benefits of lowering your gaze. And Ibn al-Qayyim, where did he mention all of this in? He mentioned it in his book, Rawdatul Muhibbin wa Nuzhatul Mushtaqin. Rawdatul Muhibbin wa Nuzhatul Mushtaqin. Go to that book and read it. He mentions it there. And I genuinely believe that needs to be looked at. That book, we need to study it and go through it. The last and the final, or the 10th benefit he mentioned Ibn al-Qayyim in there for the heart is it purifies the heart, he says, from the intoxication of desires. And heedlessness. The person, which is the 10th, he says the benefit of lowering your gaze, he says Ibn al-Qayyim, is that it frees your heart from the intoxication of desires and heedlessness. People open their eyes, they're غافلين عن الله والدار الآخرة. No, not heedless from the dunya and the worldly affairs. La. They are heedless from Allah on the Day of Judgment. And what are they fully engaged in? Sakratul ishqi. Ibn al-Qayyim, he says. They are intoxicated with obsession of the opposite gender. A woman. That's all he's obsessed with. He doesn't have the ability to study, hasn't got the ability to do things that are beneficial for himself, can't learn, can't study, can't achieve anything. هكذا. فوائد غض البصر, Ibn al-Qayyim mentions it in his book, Rawdatul Muhibbin wa Nuzhatul Mushtaqin. And the harms he mentions there in more details of Irsalu al-Basar, opening your eyesight to everything, let it loose, letting it look at everything.